Another episode from yours truly, Law Nation Sports. Shout out to Cowboys Experience. Let's continue to grind to shine. You know, a lot of people look at this week as hate week. I look at it as love week. Come on. Cowboys heading into Eagles week preparations and more. Come on. Let's go. Yo. Get it. The name is Law Nation. Come on. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Shout out to you, Queen. I see you, Jessica, Jordan Cooper. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Come on. Let's get it. Boy, I got some things to talk to you guys about today. What if I told you the Cowboys versus the Eagles, the last time the Eagles won was in the year of 2020, and we had Benjamin Anthony Danucci as the quarterback. And you would never, ever think of it as such, right? Because the Eagles, even since then, been talking a lot, just been bumping their gums a lot. And a third of the Cowboys right now, I see y'all in the chat. I see y'all through other platforms and social media, and you guys are scared. Y'all let the Eagles fly around and drop drop-ins on y'all, and I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. Where's your fight, Cowboy Nation? But neither here nor there, the few that's willing to fight. I love it. You know, let's get it. I really appreciate you guys. So, and the ones that's here, you guys are really, you guys are willing to fight, right? Y'all ain't folding up like a wallet or a lawn chair, right? Y'all are not doing that. But before we get things going, Cowboy Nation, we're going to listen to 105.3 The Fan. They had an interview with Jerry Wayne Jones, and then we will get into some comparisons, analysis of the week of the Eagles and what they did and what they didn't do and things like that, Cowboy Nation, if that's okay with you all, okay? And if I have time, we will open up the phone lines for you guys. I got a 3 o'clock meeting that I got to be at, so I'm pressed for time. Let's see if we can get this show on the road. Let me know if y'all ready, because we ready. I know I'm ready.
It's Mr. Nasty time.
Let's go with it, baby. Let's go with it. Jerry, Wayne, let me hear you talk, man.
Having a hard time with a football debate that many are discussing with the Cowboys. To me, it doesn't make sense, and I need your help. A lot of people are saying when Dak comes back, we want the Cowboys to play this way. You know, we want the defense.
Can y'all hear the audio? Let me know.
Defense to win it first. Run game. Time of possession. And to me, I'm saying, well, y'all led the league in points last year. You got a $40 million quarterback. That doesn't make any sense. Go wide open. Score a lot of points. What does that mean to you when you hear that? Or how can you connect the two of the way you're winning versus the way you play when Dak returns?
If you can run the ball and punt good,
both of those.
And do not turn the ball over,
that's 3.
You are a hard-to-beat team.
Yeah.
You're very hard to beat.
Yeah.
If you don't make mistakes. My first year in 1989 in the NFL, I think the only loss the Washington Redskins had, and they went on and won the Super Bowl, was to us up there. And Berline was the quarterback that particular day. And Jimmy had him almost, rather than try a competitive pass, just throw the ball out of bounds. And we'll kick. And they had a dramatic team, a good team. They had a great offensive line. We kept them on their end of the field. They'd eventually make a mistake. We won, I think, by 6 points. And it was a low-scoring game. But we beat a team that was really significantly better than us. If you don't make a mistake, punt the ball good, and play that field position, even in today's NFL, you're hard to beat. I think that's what we're talking about. We have the skills to play like that. And candidly, during this time when Dak has been absent, we've kind of played that way. Just don't get out there and make those mistakes and run that ball. And so that's been effective for us. Do we want to look like that team as we go forward? We'll see. Dak's pretty capable of going out there and really hitting some big plays. How much will we compromise running the ball? Don't make a mistake. How much will we compromise that as we go through? You got to have a good defense.
Man, if only they knew that last year, right? it goes to show you that, sometimes a hit in the face, a hit in the stomach, the gut, you realize football is simple but yet complex. Run the ball. We've been banging on the table. Hey, get behind this offensive line, run the ball. Even when the offensive line was porous, run the ball. Or it's not necessarily, let me just say this correctly, balanced approach. You do not want your quarterback to throw the ball 40 times, 50 times in a game and expecting good results, and stop with the mindset that, hey, you only throw the ball when you're behind so that you can catch up. No, you control the pace of the game in the first quarter. Run the ball, establish that. Even if they shutting it down, even if you're averaging 2 yards a tote, it's going to wane on them. It's going to knock them down. And that is the philosophy and the formula that the Cowboys should have adopted since the 90s. They had the blueprint on the table. But what sell tickets, what sell views, what give hypes, flash in the pan, the brilliancy of a quarterback to wide receiver exchange. They marry that up so much that everybody loves to see that connection. But where it's really at is down in the trenches and running the ball, getting it out of the mud. Let's listen to more of what Jerry and company have to say. And shout out to the 105.3 The Fan, Sean and RJ.
And you got to be ready to get them out of there on third down a lot and get them out of there with not too many first downs as you play as you go through the game. Yep. I think that's really because we've got that defense, you'll see it like that.
Jerry, is all this kind of an argument against the trend and philosophy of paying quarterbacks? Like, why pay a quarterback $40 million if, you want to punt the ball and run the ball? Like, is this an argument against that?
No, it's not.
Well, I think that when you've got an elite, or if you've got a highly skilled, quarterback that by all measurements, make no mistake about it, Dak Prescott has had a good supporting cast during his career. But on the other hand, Dak Prescott does measurable things that is really unique. And, of course, the leadership thing is off the charts.
Yeah.
And having said that, we'll take advantage. Do we need that extra spurt in being able to make a game-winning play, one of the big plays over 20 yards? Do we need that at quarterback? Yes, we do. And thank goodness we've got we're in a situation where we're successful having really not had that dimension. When we get him back, that'll be a real additive. We'll be a mess if we can keep playing defense like this.
All right, so in a roundabout way, don't fall into the traps, ladies and gentlemen, to think that, hey, quarterbacks are useless in the National Football League. that you can find. You can just shake a tree and you can put any quarterback in behind a dominant defense and a punt kicker that can kick, and if you can do the run game. No. Now, the aspect of $40 million, I get it. A lot of people like to count coins, but that's just the market value. Dak Prescott got paid what the market was willing to render him, right? It's no different. Carr just got paid $40 million. Stafford is a $40 million quarterback, right? Mahomes, he's right at 45 whatever million dollars. That's just the market value of said quarterback based upon the stats that are there. Now, hindsight always equals 20/20. I get it. But in order for you to pay a quarterback cheaply, you will have to get in front of that when he was on the market and you wasn't willing to pay him $25 to $26 million. That's just the price of doing business. The market will always reset and set itself. Think about it. Think about this. Dalton Schultz, his camp, they was looking to pretty much, according to the information that was out, to reset the market. Is he worth $15 to $16 million? At this point, it's not looking good because of the results that he is putting out there on the field. Now, if, and I'm using the operative word if, he were to have the exact same stats that he had last year, it would be unquestionable that you will have to climb up to the market value of what he's asking for. But the situation is that now Dalton Schultz, he's hurt. He's not generating the numbers. So therefore, he's going to have to probably play on a promise year. You know what I'm saying? Or the Cowboys will have to just let him test the market on his own. And those things, ladies and gentlemen, was not presented to Dak Prescott, was not presented to DeMarcus Lawrence, right? They franchise tagged DeMarcus Law twice, and he was never able to test the real market. So I just wish that people, sports commentators that talk about things on the financial side of it, that's removed from understanding how market work, that they stop bringing it up. They stop counting coins. Look, prime example, Kyler Murray, he's a $200 million quarterback. That is what the market was willing to render. No one brings up the fact that Kyler Murray is 3-12 versus winning teams. That's just how it is. It was time and it was up for his contract to be due. But the Cardinals, they looked at it and said, they're greedy. They didn't look at it and say, all right, we will hold you and not pay you. No, they paid him because they refused to see him with someone else. You will have to be able to be willing to let things go. And that's just how it is. Newsflash, Eagles fans, when Jalen Hurts is time to be due, the market of $30 million is not for him. He himself would say, hey, I would need XYZ, and it will be in the $40 million. That's just how it is, ladies and gentlemen. Blaze J says, just want to support you. Thank you so much. And speaking of support, before I forget about this, let me pull up the people that support me via the Cash App. Let's play this audio while I do that.
Jerry Jones, the Hall of Famer, every Tuesday with Sean and RJ on the Diamond Factory Hotline. How are you feeling about Dak's status for Sunday against the Eagles?
All right, shout out to you, R. Holmes, for the Cash App, and Stan Bailey and Calvin Richards. Appreciate all three of y'all for the donation to help elevate the nation. Appreciate you guys so much. Let's go.
Well, let's just put it like this. He's got to spin the ball. He's got to really spin the ball.
He got to.
And you just think about it. Put your hand down on something like would be the equivalent of a football. Try to do that without thumb strength. Try to spin that ball. Try to direct that ball without thumb strength if you're really given a proper throw. You can't do it. But if you do have strength, and can grip the ball, then you can spin the ball. Unlike most injuries that you have to have a feel, you have to develop ability to see if the quickness is there, what's the degree of quickness back if you didn't have an injury, all of that. It seems pretty simple to detect. Can he zip the ball out there and make the throw? We'll start working on that Wednesday real hard. He's certainly doing the kinds of things medically that you want to do. That is the indications, the x-rays, all of that, having tremendous improvement. But can he spin the ball? We know Dak Prescott can play, and we know he'll be ready to play the minute he gets a chance to go in the game. Can he spin the ball? We'll see.
So you'll start finding that out tomorrow.
Correct.
Okay. Jerry Jones here on 105.3 The Fan.
Tomorrow,
How's
y'all.
Michael Parsons doing, and how are you feeling about him playing?
Well, I think he's certainly impressive that he plays through. He's playing a tremendous number of plays, relatively speaking. He's so impressive to be able to have that type of endurance. He's young, and he's certainly got the will to play through a limitation. And certainly he had some limitations out there Sunday. It looked like he just put it in another gear and took on off. So, frankly, we feel good about his practice today, tomorrow, and the practice for the rest of the week and playing Sunday.
Jerry, it looks like you guys are a lot more physical with the way y'all beat up the Rams and the way you've been playing this year. Do you feel like this year's version of the Dallas Cowboys is a much more physical team than in the past?
Before he answered that, the Cowboys went into this draft. They went into this offseason. Mike McCarthy nudged Jerry, said, hey, remember the playoff game? We got to get physical. We got to bring physicality to the table. I think that we were too finesse last year. We took opportunities away from the table when we were being able to get physical. We veered off from that. And being physical is different from being aggressive. We played against the Denver Broncos last year at home, right? The Centennial game. Got dog whooped up out of that game. But what if I told you the first two drives in series, the Cowboys were able to move the ball, but it didn't generate in points. They went for it, right? And when you go for it like that, all that does is brings ammunition to the opposing forces, right? We were being over aggressive. And sometimes that bites you, and you know what? And the other team, they are professional just like anybody else. And Vic Fangio, how do you say that man's name? Fangio, right? That's how you say that man's name. Defense pretty much put out the blueprint. Oh, the Cowboys are so stubborn to a degree that they would abandon the run, right? And all we got to do is drop 7 to 8 in the backfield, cloud the field for the quarterback, and we can take them off. We can really beat them up. We can just run 4 because they refuse to run. It's not that the Cowboys couldn't run, that they just refused to run. But neither here nor there. The Dallas Cowboys need to always match the opposing team's physicality, but set the tone on the opening. It takes a quarter to really set the tone. And if they can sit there and see, man, this team, they blowing us off the ball. They continuously, stubbornly running the ball. Yeah. So play with emotions, but not emotional. Shout out to you, Ken. That's a great observation. Yeah. Let's go. Let's listen to more what they have to say.
Well, if you will run the football.
Oh, he's right on the money.
If you can really have some ball control. I was real concerned the first half at time of possession against the Rams. And I thought, now, it's not exact air conditioning in this place. Had a little heat out there. And I thought, boy, we have really expended a lot of energy, and we were way up on time of possession. I mean, the Rams were way up on time of possession. Meant the defense has been out there a lot. But, boy, our depth kicked in. The depth, the numbers of guys that we can rotate in and out of there, especially at the critical positions up on the front where you're trying to get your line play, your pass rush. And so it expends a lot of energy to make plays up there and stay fresh and not take a play off. That's called depth.
As old and gray Jerry Jones is, he is speaking facts to you guys now. He's spitting. Matter of fact, I should have an umbrella over here. He's spitting. And the reason why it was lopsided, because of the turnover, the scoop and score, right? The offense only put up 9 points, but we were able to generate the turnover, the block kick, those things go a long way. There's phases to a football game, right? So although they may have been whooping our butts with TOP, the quick scores and playing the field was in favor for us. Let's listen to more what Jerry had to say.
Boy, did it kick in out there Sunday, and by the time we got in that fourth quarter, we didn't have a disadvantage at having some leg tiredness. Again, that depth, we've got it, and I've seen it really, when you have it, I've seen it be the difference maker.
No doubt.
Jerry, you've talked to us about some of your superstitions in the past. Mike McCarthy uses mojo, that word at practice. How do you view the whole mojo argument that let's not mess with anything? We're winning. We're rolling. I flushed that argument down the toilet. I said bring in the better player when your quarterback is ready to play. But what do you say to those who say don't mess with this? Something magical is happening with the mojo of this team. Do you weigh that at all?
Yeah. Yes, I do. It had everything to do with what happened when Dak Prescott was a rookie and Romo was ready to play. And, boy, was he spinning the ball at practice. He was making plays out there at practice that our defense was having trouble defending. He was ready to go.
Write that down.
But I found no one, and you just felt it. Don't touch that. Everybody dreams of having the kind of mojo, if you will, that Dak is now. That don't take anything away from technically being able to play. You got to execute. But we had it going, and so we obviously the history shows you we stayed with Dak, and that's the way it is. Don't mess with that chemistry when you get it going like that.
Do you see the NFC East as being back? It's been down for a couple of years. Do you see this as like the resurgence of the conference, the division with 3 teams, 4-1 or better?
All right, before they answer that question there, in that game, the Dallas Cowboys versus the Green Bay Packers. Remember, the Cowboys were 13-3 that year. Green Bay were 10-6. They had a wild card game. Then they came up to Dallas to play, right? We had that week off. Aaron Rodgers was 28 for 43. He threw for 355 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, right? And he was sacked 3 times. He finished out with a passer rating of 36. That was that game. They jumped out on us real quickly. They did. And far as the Cowboys stat sheet, the Dallas Cowboys, they rushed Ezekiel Elliott 22 times, 125 yards. And on top of that, Prescott rushed for 2 times. That's a totaling of 24 attempts. Now, I'm not finna say, okay, if they had one more rushing attempt, we win that game. No. But Dak Prescott was 24 for 38, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. And my thing is, when we talk about this, and you can't say, I don't see a situation and a possibility that you can look at the quarterback and say, all right, can we get better quarterback play than that? The dude threw for 3 touchdowns and 1 INT for 300 yards, right? Passer rating 103, right? QBR way north. It was 74.6. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. 31-34. Even Dez Bryant, 9 receptions for 132 yards. Who remember that? That's Dez in 2016. I don't believe that if you guys think at this defense, if you pick this defense up and put it on that particular team, that we lose this or that game. I just don't see it. We didn't have a caliber of a Parsons, right? We didn't have a caliber of a Trayvon Diggs who can get the ball back to the offense, right? We didn't have those type of things or the nuances that Dan Quinn brings to the table. And it is what it is at this point. I think that the Cowboys understand the philosophy and the wherewithal to know how to win games, as crazy as it may seem and it appears. But roll out this method. Run the ball, physicality, bring the pain as it relates to this defense, and play a sound football game. But I would get a third of the people that would still argue that the only reason why the Cowboys lost that game was because of the quarterback. Like, what you want the quarterback to do? Throw 10 touchdowns?
Yeah, I think this, first of all, is the most balanced that I can ever remember the entire NFL. And, boy, you really, every time you will go out there, you've got a fight on your hand, and it's probably going to come down to that type of ball game where it can go either way. Mm-hmm. I think that's what we're dealing with. Consequently, you got to have that depth, because you got to absolutely play all the way through the end of the fourth quarter. There seems to be no let up in the way this league is balanced, and I think that's what we've got in our NFC East. And I'm so impressed with really the way Philadelphia has evolved and gotten where they are. That is going to be a real challenge for us up there. They've got the goods, and so we're going up there Sunday. And what is exciting is that I don't know when I've felt any better about going in to the Philadelphia area, even though they've got one of the best teams they've had in years. It's called Mojo. We'll overuse that word this morning.
So that was Jerry on the Philadelphia Eagles. So he gave those guys credit, right? He gave them credit. So that's a good segue for me to talk about this. Let me share this so that you guys can listen to the full, complete interview. It's about 35 minutes long. And that's the link there. And Jerry Jones go into more details of all of that. And the link is in the chat area. You can click that link and you can listen to the full interview and then break it down of the mojo factor and the whole preparation thoughts of the Cowboys heading into this week, Cowboy Nation. But that's Jerry Jones. He's speaking. And let me see if I can hear Jerry Jones on how he feel about the Eagles fans. Let's tune in to Jerry Jones on that.
I know the frauds that the Philadelphia fan are. Behind that, there's some hellacious people, and they're good people. And I know it, and they know I know it. And so we have a good time. And I think probably the thing that I get the most kick out of is when one of the fans are really giving it to me.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to be able to go. So we have a good time when we go to Philadelphia.
Yes, indeed, man. So Jerry said he have a good time when he go down there to Philadelphia. And it should be a great game, not even a good game. This should be a great game. We should live up to this moment, both sides of the party. There should be a situation and scenario that we're looking at this and saying, all right, cool. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles, who are 5-0. They 5-0. They undefeated. They high on the sauce. Right? But they got doubts too. They have reservations. Because I recall I was listening to a guy by the name of Seth Joyner. And I guess it's better for him to say it versus me say it. But let's listen to what he had to say. Let's listen.
Every single time that we got into a 5-man front, guess what they ran? They ran quarterback draw. If I can see it, you mean to tell me you got 10 coaches up in the box and another 10 defensive coaches down on the field, and nobody can see that?
Okay.
Nobody picks that up? We can't adjust to that? Hey, listen, I'm happy that they're 5-0, okay? But after what I witnessed the Dallas Cowboys do to the LA Rams today,
oh my goodness,
they're not going to. The Cowboys are going to come in here and embarrass the hell out of them on Sunday Night Football.
Yo, so, I don't know if any Eagle fan that's in the chat area is more qualified than him, but that's just what he said. That's out of his mouth, right, to you guys' ears. So I'm thinking that, hey, if he said that if he can see it, I know for sure that Dan Quinn is already looking at the tape and he's combing over everything. He's really saying that I'm finna sick this Parsons guy, growing and all over the Philadelphia Eagles. We about to put the spot check on the boy, Jalen Hurts. Oh, we about to make sure that Jalen Hurts feel the pain. And on top of that, let's listen to this information here. The fact that the Dallas Cowboys are ranked where they are is predicated upon the fact that this defense is nothing to sneeze at. I get it. A lot of people would look at the Dallas Cowboys and say, hey, man, it's the same old team. But you guys already know how I look at and how I perceive teams on the defensive scale. The Cowboys, we coming. Hey, I feel what you feel about the offense. I understand that part. But when you look at the Dallas Cowboys defense, third in the NFL, and we just now starting. We getting guys coming back from injury, ready to get out there to make something happen. We're 4-1 right now. And I get it. Some of the Eagles community, shout out to my guy, Lord Brunson, we will talk tomorrow on the show, so y'all tune in to that we didn't play any levels of qualifying competition. And all I could check is that within, the last three years or such, Tampa Bay, yes, we lost to them, but they was just in the Super Bowl, right? And we held them to 19 points, and although they got the win, right? Oh, excuse me, didn't the Bengals, did they just play in the Super Bowl, right? It was a coin flip on who would have won between the Bengals or the LA Rams, and didn't we hand it the Bengals that L? Didn't we hold them under 20 points? Oh, excuse me, let me bring out some more truth for y'all to hear as I get these bots up out of here. I know what the Eagles did. They done sent them bots over here so they can throw me off a little bit. But hold on, let me get these bots up out of here right quick. Let me switch it over to subscriber mode only. And excuse me while I do that. Weren't the LA Rams just in the Super Bowl? Didn't they just lifted that Lombardi trophy up? So those are 3 teams within the last 4 years that been to the Super Bowl. Right? And we held them teams under 20 points. Now the Cowboys got to face the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, if we do a comparisons analysis of just the quarterback, because I'm thinking that it's been 2 games, that Jalen Hurts have yet to throw a touchdown. Excuse me, I thought the quarterback's supposed to throw. But he's the quote-unquote running back that's playing quarterback. So if I'm correct, Jalen Hurts threw 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And if I pull up Cooper Rush, let me pull up Cooper Rush. I think he got 4. Let me see him pull up Cooper Rush. I think he got 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. Let me pull up Cooper Rush. Let me see. And from my understanding, I think that Cooper Rush, okay, out of 118 attempts, 4 tubs, right? And let me check in on this right here. PFF, pull up Pro Football Focus. Let me just pull in Jalen Hurts right quick. You know what I'm saying? Where Hurts at? Let me pull him up a little bit. Let me see what that quarterback is doing over there from a quarterback perspective. Oh, he got 159 attempts. Okay, he got 1,300 yards, 4 tubs, 2 interceptions. There's not a major gap in between the two. Granted that he got an extra game over Cooper Rush. And let me say this, too, for the audience. I think that the Eagles played the Lions, the Jags, and Arizona. Now, if I'm a betting man, I would take the Bengals, the Rams, as well as the Bucs over those 3 teams. So those numbers could be obscured a little bit from the Eagles' perspectives. Paul Smith, appreciate you. Law, do you think it's going to help Parsons to get more calls after he posted that pic of the Rams holding him? You know, that was a ill-advised move from him. I wish that Parsons never got into that, you know. But young lions going to be young lions, man. All right, so here's what I want to do here, because I got plenty of time. I thought I wasn't going to be able to get this far. I appreciate you so much. Can y'all do me a huge favor? Y'all want the law to continue to go? Pay me in likes, baby. Hit that like button, share this content. If you're on my Facebook side of things, please hit that share icon. Let me know when you share, and we get things going. I got one other topic before we open up the phone lines completely. Let's go here. Bear with me right quick while I find this topic, because my guy hit me up. He said, Law, I really want you to bring this up, and I'm going to try to be a good steward of this. Remember, I work for you guys. You know, the greatest amongst you will be your server. So I'm serving you guys. So let me see if I can find it. If I can find it, it will be good to go. I may have to go about it the whole other way. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. I got to do it the hard way. Bear with me while I do this. Boom. Pull this up. Go right here. And just a topic. I ain't going to play all of this because I can't stand these boys. But let me see. Come on, computer, wake up. All right, bam.
Mike McCarthy has led the Cowboys to a 4-1 record this season with a backup quarterback in Cooper Rush. He's been their starter since Dak went out with that thumb injury week 1. McCarthy currently has the 6th best odds to win Coach of the Year. That, according to Fox Bet Sportsbook. All right, Shannon, go ahead, weigh in here. Through 5 games, should Mike McCarthy be Coach of the Year?
Absolutely not.
Why don't you lean forward a little bit? That's why I wanted to do that just right there. Why don't you lean forward just right there? Hold on to your teeth. Here you go. Oh, my gosh, man. I don't even want to hear his thoughts on that. But here's the reality of it, Cowboy Nation. Mike McCarthy, because I already know they're going to say he don't call the plays. He's not on the defensive side of the coin. But Mike McCarthy brings in a hidden element that a lot of people is not able to say. And that hidden element is this right here. He got to deal with the Jones family. This dude, all offseason, all of y'all, before we go into this detail, if your team Mike McCarthy, let me see MM in the chat. If your team Mike McCarthy, let me see MM in the chat. If you're not, say, nah, I'm not sold on Mike McCarthy. Not sold, right? But this dude literally had his back against the wall. Everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac climbing out of the grave was said, hey, Sean Payton. even though their records are kind of mirroring each other, right? Both had a Hall of Fame quarterback, because you know Aaron Rodgers going to the Hall of Fame and Drew Brees going to the Hall of Fame. Both of those guys got one Super Bowl with said Hall of Fame, and both had issues on the defensive side of the coin, right? But neither here nor there. If it was if I was a betting man, I would give the nod to Sean Payton. I'll give that to him, right? Because let's be real, you know, if you look at all of this and that, you would say, all right, his temperaments should be more acceptable with the mindset. But you can't sleep on Big Mike, because here's the thing. Knowing that his back against the wall, all he did was stood tall. He knew he had to go get Kellen Moore. He probably didn't want him, right? And look where we at, 4-1 for this season, and he was left for dead. And this dude got multiple lives around here. I got K-Dog, appreciate you. Did they say the same thing about the Dak in 2016 and 17, but Hurts is improving while Dak can't throw? Make that make sense. Hurts is improving. Hold on. But Hurts is improving while Dak can't throw. Make that make sense. I feel you, K-Dog. Shout out to you, Scott Akers. Appreciate you for the super chat. Both of y'all, man, for the $12 all together, man. I appreciate both of y'all. Let me say this. Hurts will not get the scrutiny that he won't even get an ounce of scrutiny that Dak Prescott get. For one, in the Eagles' history, they don't have a Roger Staubach. For the Eagles' history, they don't have a kind of caliber of quarterback like a Troy Aikman. And for the Eagles' history, maybe, just maybe, the best quarterback that ever played for the Eagles is probably, Ron Jaworski or Donovan McNabb, and he played for multiple teams, right? So there's Roger Staubach. You can never see him in another jerseys, right? For Troy Aikman, you would never see him in another jersey. So the Eagles' quarterback situation is not even close. And they've been around since 1933, or it could be before that time frame, right? And the Eagles are the team that will remind the Cowboy fan base that they won a Super Bowl in 2017, the same fan base that will also try to put out there that, hey, they got world titles in 1925 or what have you, and you can blow the dust off of it. It still count. It's equivalent to a Super Bowl ring. That's just who the Eagles are. They would try to get any ounce of credit that they can get. But shout out to them for the world titles that they had when there was only 4 teams in the national, well, it wasn't even the National Football League. It was just football at the time. It didn't have national in front of it. It was just plain football. I think they integrated college at that time with football. I can't make this stuff up. So shout out to them. They want a cookie about that. But case in point, if you turn on any 4-letter, 3-letter, 2-letter, or 1-letter, or even Eagles Network itself, everybody talk about Big D. They love to have it in their mouths. They love to talk about the Dallas Cowboys because, for one, just turn on the TV today. They're not talking about the 5-0. They're not talking about the 5-0 Eagles. They talking about the 4-1 Dallas Cowboys. Shout out to you, Sadiq. We appreciate you so much. She says, Law, I am here to tell you that we have over 500 people in here and only 182 likes. Y'all get them likes up, man. Come on, man. What's wrong with y'all? Come on.
Shame. Shame.
Right.
Shame.
Yes, indeed. So it's so crazy that you can literally see that everybody want Big D. Everybody on the Eagles team, Washington team. Have you ever noticed when those teams start doing good that you see that their fan base, they will go out there and buy stuff, spray paint, any type of artifacts to draw, hey, we want Dallas, right? The Washington team did it. We kind of slapped them in their mouth. They don't even bring benches out at all, nor do they, do they say things like, we want Dallas anymore, right? But they tried it a little bit. And then the Eagles. We're minding our own business. We chilling, eating our oodles and noodles, just kicking it. And now all of a sudden, you see a sign that say, we want Dallas. We want Dallas. I have yet to see a sign in Cowboys world that we will say we want Eagles, we want Giants, we want the Washington football team or the Commodores/Commanders, however you want to say it. So that goes to tell me that the people, when you're on top, you're not looking to crush things because you know you're already on top. But when you are at the bottom, you are looking up and saying, I want what they got. I want to get to where they at. I declare and I decree, I want this particular situation or outcome to happen. You wish for those things. And that is crazy. There's not an Eagle fan that can out-debate me with that, because those are the truth and the reality of it, that they want to be us. That's why they go out and say, we want Dallas. That's why they here now. You can't see us over there saying that we want Eagles, even on their run, even when it was 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. Hey, they 5-0 now, and now they're saying that we want Dallas. I can't make this stuff up. It's crazy. So it is what it is. They said it last year. They made T-shirts, hats. I want to know now. This is what I want to know. Do you still have the T-shirts that you printed out last year or the year before? And if you still taking credit for beating Benjamin Anthony DiNucci, who gave y'all some good fits, it took you a quarter and a half to beat Benjamin Anthony DiNucci. I can't make this stuff up. But Eagles are strong because they say that they want Dallas. And they think that just because they put the Batman cape on and they walk around and they talking about they got a duo.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Let's go.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?
Yes, indeed, baby. Let's go with it. Let's open up the phone lines because it's 2:11 where I'm at, and I want to know who's here. Let's keep it 100. Also, let's not fold up like a wallet or a lawn chair. If you are an Eagles fan and you call it in, let's be professional with it, right? And take these words from my mouth to your ears as truth. B-Week, big props to Big Mike. He's growing on me. Winning does that. We're going to shock Philly and make them question their manhood. Let's go with it, man. Oh, man, I can't wait. I can't wait to see who all up in here today, baby. Yes, indeed. Let's go with it.
There are 3 participants in the conference. Please announce yourself.
Let's go with it. I got the movie star. He's already in here waiting, chilling like a villain. And his name is Dade from the 316, man. You live. Baby, talk to me.
Law, what's good, baby? What's good?
Nothing much, man. I saw you. You was in there early, man.
Oh, yeah, man. Because I got a couple things. One, be careful what you wish for.
There you go.
Okay? I mean, because right now we like Mike Tyson. The Eagles is like, who's that, Michael Spinks? The boy that talked all that trash and got laid down in 30 seconds.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But Law, I ran into one of our Cowboy players, man, Felix Jones.
Oh, Felix, man. Where he at, man?
Yeah, I was down in Tulsa doing a comedy show. I didn't know I was doing it at his spot.
Oh, wow. He owns spots now. Okay.
Yeah, he bought the most racist dude in Tulsa. He bought his mansion, and now he does events for the black community. So.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he did a comedy show. I got footage of it. I'm gonna send it to you. But he did a comedy show, and then he had a high school homecoming after we got done. And I was like, yeah, man. I hollered at Law Nation. He said, man, you don't even like me.
I said Felix Jones was refrigerator with legs, man. He started off looking like David Chappelle, and he ended up looking like a refrigerator with legs. but shout out to Felix Jones, man. Hey, I hit up Tashard Chorson. He was going to jump on, but we got our schedule all mixed up. Man, tell Felix Jones, man, get out his feelings, man. He's still my boy. Yeah, I just didn't want him to gain all of that weight.
Okay. He look good now, though. He look good now. Okay. He ain't big.
He ain't big
he
no
look
more?
good now.
Okay. Is he back looking like David Chappelle, you know?
He looking like he can run the ball right now. Yeah, but I thought that was hilarious. I was like, yeah, man, I'm calling the Law Nation all the time. He was like, Law, man, he don't even like me.
Man, that's what's it, man. Yes, it did. Man, what we going to do against these Phillies, man? Or what we going to do this week? Because we're pretty much jumping the horse, though, right now. You know.
Here's what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. You're going to have a couple of more clips from Monty.
Okay.
Okay, because what they are not ready for is the dogs that we have on our team. And Jerry told, remember during training camp, I told you about the depth.
Right.
Being able to rotate people in. Jerry just got done talking about it.
Mm-hmm. He just talked.
Fresh legs will beat anybody any day in that fourth quarter.
Yo.
You understand what I'm saying? That's why Mike was able to do what he did. He sat over there on that bike, kept his legs warm, and then came back in and sealed the game.
Yo, it was no drop off, right? Like Mike, Michael left, and we were still able to get pressure. You got Dorrance Armstrong, Sam Williams just coming in. They double match with him.
All of them are stepping up, bro. It's like Michael's the lead lion, and everybody's like, "Yo, let's go."
Mm-hmm. Yo.
Because don't nobody want to be the one to get blamed for us losing.
You ain't lying. That. Nobody, and even
nobody
you
want to
know
wear
what?
That jacket.
You know what? This is the thing with defense. You got to have a short-term memory, right? Like Diggs get hurt on a big play, he get hurt on another big play, but everybody kind of rally and chase around that. So I love that, man. You know that goes a long way. And I forgot Fowler. Fowler
they
too.
are like a pack of wild dogs out there right now. You got a sack? I'm getting the next one. Oh, you got one? Oh, I'm getting the next one. They are going. It's like they got a competition within the team.
No doubt.
Yeah, and that's what I love, and that's what Philly's not ready for. They've never seen this level of defense from Dallas.
Right. And granted, they a first quarter, maybe a second quarter team, right? They spaz out on the third and fourth quarter. So if they trying to play 30-minute football, let them have 30 minutes. We play 60 minutes.
Exactly.
We played a full 60.
Last time I checked, the football game a whole hour.
No doubt, man.
You understand what I'm saying? We don't play just one quarter.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling in, man. I'm going to let these other guys get in. But, man, I appreciate you, bro.
Law Nation, stand up. How about them Cowboys?
Let's go, man. That's my guy. He's a movie star, man. For real. And I didn't know he do comedy, too. So, hey, man, appreciate that, man. Hey, send me that clip, too. I got my guy Brandon in the house, man. What's good, man?
What's up, Law?
What's good with you? Mm-hmm.
Man, getting to work on this rain today. But,
man, they got you out there.
Man, they got me out here, man. I done left Memphis to come to Illinois weather, man. But so I'm watching the game. Sunday. Cooper Rush was 10 of 16, and I was listening to some of your people. If Dak was in there, he would be like giving like 50, 40 points. Yeah, he does that against the NFC East. But guys, hey, Cooper Rush was out there against 3 Hall of Famers, guys. He Gallup dropped the one that could have went for a big touchdown. CD dropped one that could have kept on third down and could have kept the drive alive.
Right.
We had Hendershot commit a holding on another third down that would have kept the drive alive. Hold
on. So, allegedly holding, because that wasn't no doggone hold. Come on, man. Allegedly, man. Come on, man. They killing us
But
over
we the
here.
Cowboys. So I think at this point we should expect to get those terrible calls. We shouldn't but we the Cowboys, we will never get the benefit of the doubt. We ain't gonna get that benefit.
Right.
I thought Cooper Rush played really well. That little the deep ball to Gallup that he caught on the back shoulder was really good. Yesterday on Sunday I was thinking to myself, man, one of the only things as a Cooper Rush fan that I must give a critique to is he ain't taking a job. So I will give you Dak fans that he ain't taking a job, but he is performing exceptionally well in my opinion. The Eagles, I think this is gonna be a big game. I'm gonna respect your show and wait till Friday to give the score, but I already got it. I think we gonna win. Gonna be a really close game. Their defense is not all that. Their offense is what's spectacular to me. Jalen Hurts has took a step. I love Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry, I do. I love Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
I'm gonna save that prediction.
Save it for me, man. Savory, man. Look, they number one overall according to PFF. They got the 6th ranked defense, and their offense, like you said, is second. And their special teams is way down there, 27 ranked special team. And you already know we got the 5th ranked special team. And I truly believe that this is not going to be a walk in the park. But this is a 60-minute game. And I'm quite sure that we can bring a lot to the table or more to the table than the Lions and the Jaguars, who they actually struggled against. And on top of that, if you really want to add things to a clear view, is that we will bring more to the table than the Arizona Cardinals. So they better be ready. They better be ready.
They let Detroit put up a 50 burger on them, and Detroit couldn't get 2 points the other day. But before I go, I want to give some honorable mentions because I know nobody ever going to get his man some props. I think it was you I heard did. Maybe it was somebody else, but I want to give some props out. Kelvin Joseph is a special teams ace right now.
He is.
And until he get his game down, his cornerback skills down packed, I'm cool with this man being literally jumping off your screen. You can see this man on special teams. He a dog out there. Anthony Barr, that man stepped his game up Sunday. He was everywhere. LVE did a little something. I heard y'all. He going up the A gap. Man, please. He just ran up. He just ran up empty space. Come on, stop it. I'm done with it.
As much as I want to be done with LVE, he had that play that was good. And did you see what my guy CeeLo's he put down at LVE? He's a safety, right? Did you see that one play that he on that wheel route? I said LVE flipped his hips. He went all the way down the field. He saved a touchdown.
I ain't seen LVE flip his hips like that since the rookie year. So
gotta give him props, man. Gotta give him props on that one, man. As much as I throw shade at that dude, man. But I appreciate you, Brandon. I thank you, man.
I can't wait till Friday. I'm going to get a prediction Friday. Lost, you're sitting down, but stand up. How about some Cowboys?
How about them, baby? All right, so we gonna lock this room down, baby, because you know I got that meeting at 3 o'clock. So
the conference has been locked.
If you didn't call in before then, you ain't getting in. We got my dog, man, Willie Day. What's good?
What's up with you, law, man?
Nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me, man.
I want to commend old boy too because I've been telling my homies about Kevin Joseph.
Yeah.
I be telling them, okay, he ain't performed as a second round cornerback, but the job he's doing, he's jumping off the screen. Yeah. You can see he run a 4.28, whatever they said he ran.
That dude fast.
You can see that. He's a demon on special teams. So let him be.
Yeah.
I can't. Many Cowboy fans be tripping, man. And the real talk, the last 2 games, I've just been watching the game. I really ain't been getting crunk.
Right.
I know because I know the Cowboy can do. I mean, these days I feel like I'm not surprised. This defense and look, the Eagles. Remember last season?
Right.
I don't know. Remember last season? I was so ready to play the Eagles, and we got in that ass.
Yeah.
We're going to get in that ass this coming up Sunday. It's going to be a problem. They've been hyping them up. Oh, boy, Hurts. He's playing better. But this defense ain't seen nothing like this. We got some dogs. And Philly 500, he keep on talking about. Only thing Dallas got is Michael Parsons. That's the only thing they got. Okay, we don't see this Sunday. We got dogs. And Michael Parsons have uplifted the team. Man, and Dan Quinn, keep him in the building. That's my rally cry this season. Keep Dan Quinn in the building.
No doubt with it, man. I appreciate you for calling in with that energy, man. Let me hear you say it before I let you roll, though.
But goddamn it, Cowboys, Jack.
Yes, indeed. All right. Appreciate you. Bernat says, I love the Cowboys, but I think we are getting full of ourselves. We need to slow down, play like underdogs. You know, our job is to elevate the fan base. I don't think that any of us have any control of the outcome of the game. And I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. But none of us, as much as we want, are going to put on the helmets, right? Now, if anything that you want to continue to talk is the defense. Defense travel, and you really want those boys to really be bumping their gums, letting you know that we, Big D, we finna put it all on y'all, and there's nothing you can do but to submit. That's what the Ravens did, and I'm not calling us the Ravens. But can you imagine people telling Ray Lewis, can you tone it down just a little bit? No, that's not how football is. And if you've been in anybody's football locker room, and especially on the defensive side, those boys going to talk. Those boys going to say, I hit you and you feeling it. So that's just how it goes. I feel you. But from the fan base perspective, I feel you. But actuality, those boys need to go ahead and speak those things into existence. Those boys need to be really saying that, hey, we going to give you 60 minutes of football, and we going to put our foots on your necks. That's just how it is. And if the coach is still – Vegas determined the underdog too. Right? Vegas be knowing stuff. And we are the 5 point or what have you. It's the same spread. We got the same spread from last week. They got us 5 under. You know how it goes. So we going to come in there. We the underdogs. Let the 5-0 Philadelphia Eagles talk their smack, but we're going to get out there and we're going to show them who we are. We having this. Look, I'm glad that they keeping us under the radar from the Vegas aspect. They know where the money line is at. I got my guy from the 915, Alfonso, baby. Talk to me, man.
What's up, Law? Your friend from El Paso. How you doing, brother? Long time no talk.
Man, long time no talk, man. I'm feeling good, man. Talk to me, man.
Man, I've been waiting for this week, the showdown of the ages against the Eagles. I'm just ready to shut these guys up. They're the most obnoxious, atrocious fan base in the country. And I want to shut up the ESPN, 4-letter companies, everybody, the Eagles this, Eagles that. I can't wait till we, show up and beat them in their house. It's gonna be great. I'll tell you that right now.
Great. Yo. Yes,
now, when it comes to the so-called quarterback controversy, there is none. You know what? Cooper Rush is playing great. Great game manager. But the reason we've been winning those games, it's about that damn good defense that we have. Yeah. That defense has carried us. Last week, Kimberly threw for 100 yards, 0 TDs, if I'm not mistaken. But he didn't throw an interception, so that's good. Right. That's great. Let's just keep the momentum. But when Dak comes back, hell, have no fury like my Dak Prescott scoring. He's gonna light up these people.
He's gonna do that, Alfonso. I appreciate you so much, man. You gonna make it back down to one of these games again this year?
I think I am. I'm thinking about going to the Colts game. An easy win. Hopefully, I can finally get a win. But before I go, I'd just like to say, how about them Cowboys? You put up these Cowboys all the way out here.
Yes, indeed, man. That's my guy, man. He came out to one of the Cowboys Experience event. He didn't have a good time. He had a great time, him and his lady. So, man, I love saying that. Cowboy Nation, ladies and gentlemen, if you think that this defense is sus, we won the game. Last game, 22-10, right? What was the final score? Can y'all put that down in the chat again? 22-10. The quarterback was 10 for 16 for 102 yards. Now, granted, wide receivers drop balls, and that's just how it goes, right? That's just how it goes. But we won a game against a team that just lifted up that Lombardi trophy. And on top of that, if you have any doubts about the Cowboys offense as it relates to that front and our running game, let me know. For the Philadelphia Eagles, do they have an Aaron Donald? I need to know who's an Aaron Donald. Who is on the level of an Aaron Donald on their side? I want to know. I want to know who's the Aaron Donald. Let's go. From the 270, you're live, fam. Talk to me, man.
Tell me something good, Law. What's going on, brother?
Nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
What do you think we're going to do against these Eagles? I think we're going to take care of what do you think?
I think that we're going to stick to the formula, the philosophy. It's a Sunday night game, big stage. Hey, the lights will be bright. We will be the only team that playing, and everybody will be fixated on what the Cowboys can and can't do.
Well, I tell you one way we're going to do it. We're going to feed Zeke, baby. We're going to feed him.
There we go. There we go.
And let's talk about that assassin back here, Donovan Wilson. How do you think he's been playing, man? I think he's just been playing lights out.
Yeah. We've seen that the Cowboys made some flexibility to keep Donovan Wilson on the field when they brought back J-Ron Kurtz. We've seen that Donovan Wilson, he didn't play up to the same level that he played the previous 2 weeks because of that. But I come here to tell y'all that Donovan Wilson, he's just surprisingly, he may be the major factor for this upcoming game against the Eagles. He may just be the spy for Jalen Hurts.
He may be the spy.
Yeah, he may be. I ain't going to give away the secrets, but he may be the spy.
Don't give him away. He's going to be the spy watching Jalen.
Yeah.
He's trying to do it running on PROs. He's going to be watching it.
Yeah, true that.
I can't wait to see what happens. And I think it's going to have to at least minimum 25 carries rushing.
Right.
To be able to obtain and sustain drives, time of possession. Let them eat, baby. Let them eat.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling in. Anything else you want to get off your chest?
I just got to say it one time. How about them Cowboys, baby?
Automatic, man. I appreciate you, man. All right. Somebody said, hey, Fletcher Cox is equivalent to Aaron Donald. I ain't going to say the last game that we played them. I'm not finna say that. Not finna say that. But he was on this team since 2020, right. Fletcher Cox was on his team. So you had him. And I get it, right? I get it. Y'all gonna talk about this and that. But he was on that team. What did he play week? What did we play against the Eagles? Was it last year, week 2, week 3? He was on that team. Right? And what did we do then? I think that he was out there. Right? I just want to know. I think that he was on that team. And I think we still handed the Eagles that L. I just want to make sure. And Hassan Reddick, I've seen Lord Bronson say that Hassan Reddick is equivalent to Micah Parsons. Well, he can have that reality. That can be his mindset, right? Because of his numbers and sacks or what have you. I think Hassan Reddick got 4 sacks or something like that. Yeah, I get you. I get you on that. But we played Hassan Reddick last year. He wasn't on the Eagles, but he was on that Carolina's team. I really think that he was. And all I see was the back part of him trying to chase up and keep up. So we're going to keep the same energy, right? That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Let's go. All right, I got my guy from the 510. You in.
My man, Law.
What's good?
What's cracking, man? What's cracking?
Hey, all is well.
You know, I'm going to try to stay even kill, man. All these years, I get excited every year, especially when we get these good starts. Mm-hmm. I'm just taking it game by game. I don't even know what we're doing next week, but just concentrating on these Eagles, man. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember, but I called in during training camp.
Wow.
And I said the 2 biggest things that I was worried about for the Cowboys was coaching and penalties. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
If we were to overcome those 2 things, we was going to be really, really, really good. And I don't know if you remember, I called again after Dak got hurt, and everyone was worried about Cooper Rush. I was like, man, we just gotta keep the faith, man. Keep the faith.
Yeah.
We'll be all right, man. I thought we was dealing. I was looking at like playing spades. I knew we had a for sure 2 and a possible 1.
Yeah.
But it looks like we got a for sure 4. If you know, but I know you know about spades.
Yeah, we got 4. Yeah.
So we got 4. So at the time of the Dak injury, I thought we had a for sure 2.
So we spade partners. We spade partners. You got 4 books and I got 3. Shoot, I get you 2 in the push.
For sure.
Man, we running this thing, man. We running this thing.
Actually, if I would have been playing with Cooper Rush, I probably went over on books. Don't you like? What happens when you get too many books? Don't you get deducted 100 points?
Man,
I forgot.
It called sandbag, but that's just if you playing that rule. If you get overs, you get overs. Where we play in Mississippi and Texas, so some people don't like.
Yeah, I would have been sandbagged. I would have been sandbagged by now.
You've been sandbagging. What I'll be doing, I'll be slapping them spades, cutting them books, and I'll be like, man, my partner, man, what's wrong with you, man? We could have been had this game over with, but it is what it is.
Our defense on the spade cutters, right? Our whole defense playing with spades.
Man,
so,
they coming.
Yeah, man, we doing good, man. I know I told you this before, man, but if we win it all, I'll be there at the parade, brother. I'm gonna be there.
No doubt, man. I got you, Dan.
I'll be there.
I appreciate you, fam. Thanks for calling in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good call.
All right, have a good one.
All right, good call from him. I got my guy from the 615, Thomas. Man, you live.
Yes. What's up, Law?
What's good with you, Chief?
I can't call it. I'm ready for Sunday night. I am.
Already. It's Tuesday, man. It's Tuesday. We ready for Sunday, baby.
I'm ready for Sunday night. We gonna win. I got some things I gotta say, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until after the game.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait.
Maybe I can squeeze it out of you, man, by Friday, man, because this still early, man. We even did the final word yet, man. We supposed to do a recap a little later on tonight. So, yeah, it's still early. It's still early.
You'll get it out of me later on in the week then if you want it then.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably going to get it out of you, man. But go ahead.
But we going to win. Look, hold on. Did I hear Seth Joyner correctly when he said what he said earlier?
Yeah.
When he said that Philly was going to lose.
No, well, to be fair to him, he said if they don't, I didn't get a chance to get that last part. He said if they don't correct those things, then we're going to embarrass them. So that's just what he said. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh man, if that happened, and which I know it is, if he got a crib in Philly, it wouldn't be good for him to go home after
man, the game. Seth Joyner speaks so much truth, they kicked him off of the post-game show over there in Philly. They said, look, man, you speaking so much truth, get on up out of there, man. They had to kick him up off the stage, man. But it is what it is, Thomas, man.
But I got to say this, and I'm gonna let you get back to the live chat. Man, I got to thinking about something. I ain't trying to sound funky or nothing, but
no.
I think Mike need to be careful, man, on how he tackled Jalen Hurts Sunday night because of what went down last night. He went down with Tom Brady Sunday. Because you know how sensitive the referees and the commissioner is.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to bring that awareness, man, and it's a political one right now, especially how you sack the quarterback because they got that I think it's up to $500 million lawsuit against them by head trauma, and that's why they allowed weed and everything else in the NFL. And now some of those people are kicking back and saying, hey, look what happened. This is a violent sport. There's a whole team of people trying to get football erased, and they got to adhere to those things. And I get it, But, yeah, you're right. Parsons got to make sure. And Parsons need to hush, man. Somebody need to hush him, man.
Yeah.
God, dog,
chill
man.
Out,
chill.
man.
Yeah.
And Mike McCarthy, he need to, he need to tell him, he need to tell Sam, he need to tell them all. Be like, hey, man,
let the fans speak,
be careful.
Get
and then plus kind of be careful on how you hit the quarterback now because of what went down last night and what went down with Tom Brady. Because if you touch the jersey, they're gonna throw the flag because these referees, they're flag happy.
They flag happy. Man. Hey, before I let you go, just keep in mind the last year game, Carr in the Thanksgiving game. Parsons got hit for. Remember, he got hit for a.
Yes, sir.
What he got roughing the quarterback, right? And it was like, come on.
And what pissed me off about that was when that happened, Carr laughed and smiled in his face. I didn't like that.
I didn't like that at all, man. So
I didn't like that.
You know how it is, man. But on both sides, man, I just want a clean game, right? It should be a defensive game,
right?
And in both sides, if I don't want nothing cheap from the Eagles, right? Like if it's like on the other side, if they hit rush and it's not late and they give the flag, I wouldn't even want it. I don't want to win in a sleazy way. You know what I'm saying? I want to win in a real way. So on both sides.
I want it to be legit. And I told you I was going to the game when we played Chicago and Arlington, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so you'll be out there.
I already got my ticket and everything.
Man, I see you there, man. Huh?
All right.
I appreciate you, man. It's a good call from
All right,
him.
bro.
All right, good call from him. That's my guy, man. It's 2:40. Okay, so Cowboy Nation. I hate to say this, but football is such a political sport that they not playing just on the field. They playing for the lobbyists. They playing for the rule committee. They playing for New York over there. So it's a lot to go involved, like a lot to get into. You can't land your weight on a player, right? Chris Jones sacked last night. That was a fumble. That's all that was. He fumbled. He took that ball from Carr. Shout out to the Chiefs for winning because the Raiders had look, the football gods had to step in. Going forward is 29-30. Come on, man. I don't know how some of these people get jobs to coach. All right, I got my guy from the 757. You live. Mike. Killer Mike. I know he going to pick up from the 860 VIP.
Law, it's VIP, baby.
Yeah.
Law. I don't want to see nothing green this whole week, Law. I'm a superstitious person. I don't want to see nothing green. I don't even want to see grass green right now.
What about some money, man?
I'm
You
in
don't
my
want to see
feelings,
that?
Law. I don't even want to see no green grass, Law. I might go, put R. Kelly on it, man. Put some gold on it or something, man.
You don't want to see no green, man.
Respectfully, even if you send me money, just send me a cash app, Lord. I don't even want to see nobody right.
But if you open the app, it's going to be green, man. You know how it is. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man. But, Lord, look. Lord, I watched the game. I got to watch each game 3 times so I could dissect it, chew it up. I watched 15 holds on Micah.
Wow.
15.
Sheesh.
You could go back and watch it. 15 holds on Micah last week. He got 1 call.
One of them. One out of 15.
That, like you said, you made a G today, but he made it in a sleazy way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling them reps.
Yeah.
You made your bag today, but you made it in a sleazy way.
Yeah.
I just want, can we just have equality when it comes to the calls? Micah is a star of this league now.
Yeah, he is.
Jerry needs to go put in a call to the commish, like, yo, bruh, I'm worth $8.9 million.
Right.
Excuse me, I'm worth $8.9 billion.
Yeah. I was saying he made 8.9 last night, probably.
and I'm bringing you all kind of revenue. I need my star player, the MVP runner up for this league, protected.
Yeah.
Just like y'all protected Brady. Yo, I have never seen a bogus call like I saw you. That was if I almost turned it, that call yesterday, that something's got to be done about that.
Man,
we can't have that.
This is money time, man. And all eyeballs, look, whoever the official crew is on Sunday night, you know that they got to, depending on how all of the kickback is. And I hope Parsons, and I love Parsons, man. Shout out to him, shout out to his mom, his whole people. You know, we bump into each other every off-season, training camp and beyond. So shout out to the people.
Oh, you put that picture up.
Yeah. But what I want, if he got to go to Kevin Durant, because I know we young, you know, we got to get our emotions out. We got to get our feelings out. Even if he got to go to Kevin Durant way. Create a burner account, you know, where leave the notion that this may be Parsons or maybe a burner account, even if he got to do that. And I know the young lion, he want to roar, you know, but
you got to understand, Lord.
The game is political, man.
Lord, hold on. I studied lions. You know lions. Once they come and take over prey, they eat the young. They got to take over, Lord.
They take over.
So that's his mentality right now.
He's
like, I'm eating up everything. If the refs are in my way, they look like zebras to me. I'm eating y'all up too.
No,
so that's his mentality. But Lord, I got to welcome a couple of people to the VIP room because I've been on their necks. I got to welcome Jerry for parking lot pimping. Yeah. You know, I've been on his neck all for the whole year for parking lot pimping. And hey, his parking lot pimping, I slept on DA.
Man,
do you realize we have 20 sacks as a team right now? We're on pace.
Yeah, we do.
We have 20 sacks as a team.
And the Eagles got one more than us, I believe. They got 21. I think we're second place in sacks.
Yes, right. Correct. But we're on pace for 60. For 60.
Yeah, we doing that thing. One more thing before I let you go, VIP, because I got two more callers.
All right, my last thing is I got to welcome my virgin, the OC. I'm going to have some ladies with the bottles in the pole for them because the OC has officially made it to the VIP room for Be Conscious About Running the Ball. All I needed him to do is, look, OC, you got a toy that you haven't even picked up. I know you might be scared of it, but he runs a 4.2. Put my boy Turn Up into the, and I don't care if he's 3 plays. Get him into the game plan.
Man, maybe he's holding off on him on that. But I appreciate you so much, man. Don't put too much on that kid. You know, he's still young.
Yeah, I know, y'all.
Let me hear you say it, fam. Let me hear you say it, though, man. 'Cause I got to hear you say it, man.
How about them Cowboys? Let's go, Law. Let's get it, baby.
Yes, indeed, man. They said DMX, but sometimes my guy VIP be sounding like Ja Rule a little bit, you know. Well, that's my guy, man, with the rasp bag, with the voice. Yeah, that's my guy, man. VIP Lounge, man. He's going to always bring the hype, man. Hey, from the 301, you're live.
Wow, thanks for taking my call.
I appreciate you.
I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Dimes, when he played us, he ran up and down the field on us.
He did.
What do you think Hurts is going to do?
Okay, so Danny, he did play us, and he ran up and down on the field. The Cowboys were stubborn until they got into the second half, and they said, you know what, we're going to put a spy on him. I truly believe that this game, they're not going to look at Jalen Hurts and be stubborn to not have a spy from first quarter. They know that he's the driving force of that offense. I think the Eagles have the number 1 offense in the league so far, so they're going to have a spy on him in first quarter. They ain't going to wait till the second half.
I hope you're right. That's all I have. How about those Cowboys?
How about them? That's a great observation. I thank you so much. From the 301. She got a nice voice, right? She got a really nice voice. All right, I got from the 5-2. Oh, you're live.
Yo, what's up, Law?
Yeah, what's good?
Yeah, this is Dan from Tucson, representing for Dallas Cowboys.
Which way you turning? You turning right or left?
Oh, my bad. I'm a truck driver, man. I'm out here on the road listening to you all day long.
I appreciate you, man.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just worried about this A.J. Brown fella.
Mm-hmm.
What you think about that? You going to be able to hold him down or what?
Let me see if I got this. I want to pull up A.J. Brown's information. I think that A.J. Brown, shout out to him, he is a guy that the Cowboys must figure out a way to slow down and get down. I think he was somewhere up there as far as what I read. He had like 35 catches, 0 drops. Like he had solid hands. And A.J. Brown's been that electrifying weapon for the Eagles. Him and, I'm trying to look for that stat, him and my guy from Roll Tide, Devontae Smith. So both of those guys been remarkable for Jalen Hurts. They both been good. I can't find that stat.
If we can hold them down,
there you
man,
go. There you go. He had 35
Hurts
targets,
running
0
around.
drops, man. A.J. Brown. I like him. You know, I got no ill will against him, man. I think number 11 is pretty good for him. Yep.
For sure. It's
Yep.
going to be a good game. Like, we're going to definitely earn it, for sure.
Yep.
I'm thinking. And as long as we can get Hurts running around and keep him from running forward,
Right.
I think we'll be all right, man.
Yep.
And, you know, when it comes to the quarterback, it don't matter who goes in. You know, the team will be around Dak. The team will be around Cooper Rush. It don't matter. We're going to win anyway.
Yep. I think that, you know, Jalen Hurts is like, you got to put it in his perspectives, right? The kind of calibers of quarterbacks that we play. Is Jalen Hurts, let's play a little quick game. Is Jalen Hurts better than Tom Brady? Yes or no?
No.
Is Jalen Hurts better than Joe Burrows? Yes or no?
No, I don't think so.
Is Jalen Hurts better than Matthew Stafford? Yes or no? Uh-oh, you got a long pause on that one.
I'm just worried about them strong legs he's got.
He got strong legs. He can swat. He can run. I think that he is a guy that can that he's better. He's not a one-read quarterback anymore. He scrambles to get to his second read quickly. I think that if the Cowboys play the same game plan that we played before, I think that they don't have a kind of caliber of wide receiver, that's better than Cooper Kupp. And if we were able to slow down Cooper Kupp, I'm quite sure for whatever we do against A.J. Brown and company, it will be similar. A.J. going to probably get his, or Devontae may get his, but it's going to be a situation. If they abandon the run, it's kumbaya for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
I appreciate you so much for calling in, man. You got anything else you want to let me know before I let you go?
Just 2 things, man. I want to let everybody know that we're listening to nothing but the best.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate you, man.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Stay safe on the road, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for calling in. Shout out to my truck drivers, man, that watch the show. Those are the people, man, that put me on, and they listen to my podcast on loop. I appreciate them. They travel all throughout the world, and they hit me up all the time, say, hey, Law, hey, man, I'm a truck driver. I listen to all your shows. I really enjoy the long-form content because they see a show that's 2 hours. They go into a destination that's 2 hours. They just say, hey, let me listen to this podcast or let me listen to this show. So shout out to all of the truck drivers, man. I really appreciate you guys. Even if you're an Eagles fan and you're a truck driver, you listen to this podcast or episode on Roku, Amazon, or even on my other channels like Facebook. I really appreciate you guys so much for tuning in to this, man. I hate to end this show, man, because we were on the roll. We was talking good stuff, but I got to bounce. I got a 3 o'clock meeting. But you guys know I'm going to always leave with some good words, but it's just what it is. It is what it is, Cowboy Nation. We ourselves, the Dallas Cowboys team, we still the underdog. I may be talking with my talk. I don't get the chance to control the outcome of the game. I don't, right? I pull things together. We will go over some tape, My guy Koye, I talked to him this morning. He's going to do some full analysis on, the opposing team, the Eagles. So you guys check around to this community, man. We are all brothers and sisters over here. Shout out to my girl Candy. Shout out to my girl Bree. All of us, man. We work together. Me, Boss Cowboy, all of us, we work together, man, and we about to have a fantastic show. Big game, James. So we got this community, man. It's nothing but love. Shout out to Lord Brunson, because we going to talk. We going to really go toe-to-toe tomorrow. So y'all tune in to that show. It's going to be a joint show, Cowboys-Eagles joint show. Lord Brunson and all of his people and my people, we going to put together and do a fantastic, fantastic show. And I can't wait. And my brother, man, my brother, I'm going to try to get him out there too. I feel that even with that, let's listen to this dude one more time, because I think that he be talking some stuff. This was after the game last year. Let's listen to this. Right.
The two teams, in my opinion, with the greatest rivalry as far as this city is concerned, took the field. And the team from this city, they didn't even show up. We got out-coached. We got out-physical.
Okay.
We got out-manned. We got out-wanted to. We got out-aggressive. You name it. Any adjective that you can come up with, the Dallas Cowboys outdid us in that area. Because if there's two games that you get up for, you get up for the damn Dallas Cowboys. The two teams, in my opinion, with
So you get up for us, baby, and we gonna get up for you all. And that's just what it is. Look, that dude talked too much. They done kicked him off the post-game show. They did. They done kicked that brother up off of there. But I tell people all the time to write these things down. Write these things down what I'm about to say. And shout out to my people, man, Cowboys Experience. Can't wait for the next home game. We're going to be locked, loaded, and ready. Nobody's underdog. I see you. It's the mindset. It's that part that we got to continue to fight. I get it. It's been 27 years. Everybody is talking about, hey, what have the Cowboys done lately? But last I checked, just like Cowboys Harper, he got DC for life. It didn't say DC for 20 years or 27 years or DC for 15 years or DC only when said team is doing great. It says DC for life. We locked in, baby. Cell block 80 over here, baby. We got this. The mindset. We ain't folding up like a wallet or a lawn chair, baby. We DC for life. The ones that's ready to run, they DC for short. They the ones that's sitting there saying, I'm trying to break out of this thing. We've been locked up too long. But I'm locked in, baby, and I ain't going nowhere. What about you and you and you? I tell people, write this down. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, let me see those blue stars. Shout out to you, those blue hearts. Shout out to you, G. If you put your mind to it, if dogged and grim, and besiege and beset it with the help of Almighty, you will get it. How bad do you want it? If there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself be true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turns hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was DC for life. You've been locked up for 27 years. You haven't seen the crack of daylight, and you're worrying. But dogged and grim, don't let that beset you, reset you all the way. No. Keep your head high. Keep your mind together. Let's continue to fight. They say a prize fighter even when he's down, unless you're Nate Robinson. He continued to swing. Y'all remember when Nate Robinson got knocked out, by the way? Y'all remember that, right? Those man, no man should call a friend because they bend lies around the truth to meet their end, Cowboy Nation. Let's continue to fight. Let's continue to grind. Come on, baby. Don't y'all be worried. Don't y'all be running around here like the panic man himself. No. Let's go. Let's get it. That's been my time. I really appreciate you guys for yours. And remember, you're listening to, get out the way, Panic Man. Panic Man, lean forward. Where you at? Right here. Get out the way. That's him crying all the way out the way. Appreciate y'all. One love. I'm about. Let's go. Roll credits, baby. Come on.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blinking, she icy. Freeze, photo, please, no photos. Jeez, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the dumb and just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up a way till I producer saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things in your pockets.
DC for
Run
life.
it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on blinging, she freeze.
I rock said Panic Man can't leave.
No, please.
Come on.
Photos. I keep giving game away.
Y'all put that fire in there, baby.
I got paid to play today.
Come on.
I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days. I might make it rain today. I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away.